Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a bonus reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Libra, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Libra, I hope that you're doing well. These readings are all about what your unique contribution to the world is, the impression that you make, how you stand out, and clearly you stand out in some significant way that Spirit wants to acknowledge, talk about, and thank you for. It's what sets you apart from others, your impact. So I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one for the overall energy will be from the Healing Heart Oracle, and for the tarot portion, the Light Seers Tarot. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Libra? Overall energy for Libra, please. Thank you. So number 7, which corresponds to the Chariot card of the Major Arcana, that's Cancer energy, talking about a mastery over the light and the shadow aspects of who we are, leading us to take movement forward, fast movement, achieve victories, because we have a mastery of ourselves. And the words are curious heart, embark on a great adventure. Embark on a great adventure. I see here, like right off the bat, the sun energy and this really beautiful, vibrant heart chakra, golden. Everything is very golden about this image. It's like, could you be the golden child right now? The Spirit said the chosen one. My goodness. It's interesting how the sun is over the ear portion of her face. Kind of suggesting to me that it's like the more you listen to Spirit and yourself, your inner voice, it's going to lead you down beautiful paths. It's when we don't listen to that voice, our intuition, our higher self, that maybe we find ourselves led astray, Spirit just said. But I mean, sometimes you have to kind of lead yourself astray, your own self, right? Go down paths you might not have anticipated. It's that curiosity that allows you to experience new things and also show this bravery that you have. A lot of Libras that I know are kind of deceptively take no prisoners people. Like, you wouldn't think that Libra would even care because they're just doing their own thing. But when it comes down to it, Libras are kind of okay, well, the word that came to me was ruthless. So I'm just going to say it because Spirit would not let me say any other word. But this is to your advantage, right? It's not like you're ruthless against people or you step on other people. That's not what I'm talking about. It's more about the tenacity, about what you're willing to deal with and not willing to deal with. There's a tenacity about you that is very powerful. And I feel like people underestimate that about you. But it's kind of like you're always, it's like, what is the expression? I I keep wanting to say nose to the grindstone, but that's not the expression. An ear to the ground. Is that the expression? An ear to the ground. It's like you're listening for the rumbling or the tides to turn. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so it's kind of like now they're showing me the Schumann resonance, which is literally the vibration of the earth. So that might be important to you. You might kind of pay attention to the Schumann resonance. It's the frequency. It's of the earth. It's like the earth's heartbeat, and they're showing me this heartbeat again. So you could really have some affinity towards nature, connecting with nature. But it's more about a lot of Libra aspects kind of focus on the finer things. Like Libra likes to have beautiful surroundings, really neat and tidy and serene. But you're never too far removed from the nitty-gritty. And that is kind of your superpower. It's almost like people underestimate the fact that you're not afraid to get your proverbial hands dirty. You're not afraid to put people to task or put yourself to task. There's some importance of me giving this message of you have been kind of waiting in the wings or listening to the reverberations of something in your life, and you're just kind of waiting for that right moment to strike, to move, to speak. You're waiting for your opportunity. I kind of see the 3 of Wands card, like waiting for this perfect moment. So let's see what the cards have to say. I'm gonna get 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier. It's just an overall reading of the impression, the impact that you make upon the world that is uniquely you. Uniquely Libra. Ooh, lots of jumpers, but only one fell out in the upright, or face side up. You see? 3 of Wands showed up. Okay. Felt it. Felt it. All right. Okay, 6 cards out on the table. No major arcana as of yet. And whenever I only see minor arcana in the base spread, it kind of tells me that it's not to say that you don't have connection to spirit right now, but you're very heavily focused on your 3D experience, the material world, and what's going on in your life in the moment. So we start with the 9 of Cups in reverse. So that kind of tells me, again, with this very golden energy. So something having to do with your self-confidence, your solar plexus, like maybe it's been difficult for you as of late to have some clarity about the things that you want. This is a card of wish fulfillment, and a little bit of throwing caution to the wind, like bursting forth from the solar plexus and the heart chakra, like this embracing of abundance, riches, opportunities. The cups, the suit of the cups is all about things that speak to us in an emotional way. So things that fulfill us on our deepest level. You've got this card in reverse, and it's clarified by the 7 of Swords, which is an air energy, an air element. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So it's kind of like, sometimes this card can be a card of strategy and gaining the upper hand. I feel like there's a squawking raven or crow here that it's kind of, it's like there's an element that wants to fly under the radar, but something is kind of giving you away, like revealing something, revealing something before it was ready. You know, it could have been, you know how they say that you shouldn't voice your dreams and aspirations until it's already happened. It's kind of like keep things to yourself because outsiders may kind of denigrate or put doubt into your mind as to whether or not you can accomplish something or achieve something or receive something, maybe out of jealousy. Like the Libras I know have lofty plans. Like they think, you think in big picture terms. And I feel as though there was this realization that, you know, there might have been something that you were curious about, that you wanted to explore, and it's like somebody rained on your parade is what I just heard. Somebody rained on your parade. That kind of happened to me recently, which is why Spirit is showing it to me. I just saw a moving truck that said Pennsylvania on the side of it, so you could be from Pennsylvania or resonate with that state. Spirit just said Pennsylvania Avenue, the famous Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. So take it as it resonates. But I just feel like there was somebody that kind of, you know, and what is meant for you will not pass you by, right? No matter what anybody says. But it doesn't help when somebody plants a seed of doubt, because that doubt has its own frequency. And if that doubt takes root in us, then we start to transmit that frequency to the universe. Right, so I'm seeing something like that happen. I feel like it was in the past. Can I have a clarifier on what this was? Nine of Wands in reverse. It's like here's this tenacity card. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior living to fight another day. That's what this talks about, like holding our head high. But you got this card in reverse. This is to clarify. It's kind of like saying, I think this was the past, and it was like you gave up before you could even get off the ground. Like something was squelched before it could it even had the chance to take off. This is also double 9. So we have double 9 and double 7 so far. So there's some discouragement energy in these first couple cards. Right? And I think maybe that's why Spirit is reminding you to keep hold of your curious heart. Like, don't let the bastards grind you down. I hear Bono singing that in one of the U2 songs. I mean, that's a very famous saying. Don't let the bastards grind you down. Like, don't let other people's negativity affect your hopes and dreams. And so here, precisely what Spirit is referring to in this overall energy, the Page of Swords. This is air energy again, but this time it's like you've tried to move past this, and we're starting over. We're starting anew. Page of Swords, curiosity energy. That's how I always refer to it. New ideas, new material to work with, taking steps forward to ask questions, be exploratory in your reading, your research, your endeavors, allowing them to lift you, allowing them to inspire you. There's something about the sword. She's like literally walking on a sword here, above kind of a little chasm, or, you know, who knows how high off the ground, or maybe not high at all she is, but there is an element to this image that suggests a slight amount of risk. So maybe that's the feeling that you're having. It's like, okay, you know, I wanted to try something over here, it didn't really work out. And we all face that, right? That's not unique, in that there have been times when we wanted something really badly that it didn't pan out for us, right? It just serves as a lesson, but you're not letting it completely sidetrack you or squelch your desire to get out there and do something new. So the Page of Swords is this kind of beginner's mind, where we approach something with a childlike wonder. We approach something with newness, with excitement and curiosity. We don't know where it's going to lead, but we're starting to ask the right questions that kind of get the juices flowing. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So Eight of Pentacles is a card of where do we spend the majority, or invest the majority of our time, effort, energy, and resources, right? So a lot of the times this card can talk about workplace scenarios. And you got this card in reverse. I think this is you saying that, like, you're kind of abandoning things that don't serve you anymore. You're no longer investing in those things because you're privileging learning something new. Like, this feels old and stale, and this feels new and revitalized. What are we interested in now? What is the Page of Swords interested in? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. How we can turn our fortunes around. Number 10 of the major arcana. Divine luck, divine timing, things moving in our favor. The odds, may the odds be ever in your favor. And it's a line from The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. That's the name of the author. Your name may be Suzanne, your last name may be Collins. Take it as it resonates. You might love that book. That story terrified me. But anyway, I mean, like on a deeply profound level, like it bothers me. Just the premise of those books, because it just feels like sometimes art imitates life, right? So you did get this card in reverse though, because I was asking for a clarifier for the Page of Swords. What is it that we're trying to learn about? What is it that we want to know? We want to know how we can maximize all the resources that we had spent on other things for other people, and turn that back towards ourselves, all that investment back towards ourselves, to make this card turn in the reverse, turn in your favor. How can we change our fortunes, right? Because it is well within our capability to do so. How? What are you discovering so far through your curiosity? Here, okay. The Hermit, number 9 of the major arcana, Virgo energy, King of Swords in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse. How are we doing it? Okay, because this could be also interpreted. I most often see it as Gemini energy, but it could also be Libra as well. The King sits at the top of your suit, the suit of swords, a learned person, an expert, an authority in their field. right? 10 of Cups in the upright talks about blissfulness and joy and fulfillment in life. These two cards are in reverse, suggesting to me that, okay, these are the fortunes that we're trying to turn around. We want to be able to sit fully in these energies, in our power with our loved ones and our passions and the things that speak to our heart. And even as I put my hands over my heart, it's like what speaks to me on a soul level, right? The way that you're discovering this, I think, through the Page of Swords, is through an exploration of the self, number 9. The Hermit card, we can see here, this character kind of traverses up into the mountains or the woods or away from society in order to really reflect, and not just reflect, but also really heal from things like lack mentality or family lineage trauma, this lifetime trauma, past lifetime trauma, things that keep us trapped and bound, like really like facing it, like going into deep contemplation, meditation, quietude, and just saying, what is it at the core of who I am that does not allow me to move forward in certain aspects of my life? Like, what have I attracted towards me thus far that has not allowed me to step into my own power? And these are 10-10 here, right? You got a lot of number synchronicities. And I do want to point out, right, now you have 3 9s. This is not a coincidence. 3 9s, 2 10s, 2 7s, right? These are not coincidences. So how is it that I can release anything that's holding me back from embodying this energy? And I think that you're realizing through some research and reading and asking others, how do you do it, or what's holding me back? And it's just going within. It's turning all that energy back to the self and having the difficult conversations with the self, being curious about the self. And here we end the reading with the 3 of Wands, that waiting for that perfect moment. The thing, though, about this 3 of Wands, and I always point it out with this particular one, 3 of Wands is kind of waiting for the perfect moment, but there may never be a perfect moment. There may just be a series of moments. There's a series of ideas, a series of doors opening for us, and we just have to, at some point, we just have to step forward, step through, kind of embrace something. I love this depiction because she's waiting for that perfect wave, but what if the perfect wave comes, but she's not in the water? She's not there to catch it. It's almost like you gotta believe it to see it. You gotta go into the water, paddle out there, and believe that perfect wave is coming, and it's gonna lift you into something really fulfilling and rewarding. So you don't want to be, thank you, Spirit. You don't want to be waiting around forever. Right? We have to take a step forward. This is another Page of Pentacles. This is literally open door. Are you stepping through? Can I have a clarifier for that? At this point, there's a little bit of a holding pattern. Death card. Number 13 of the Major Arcana, Scorpio energy. Really beautiful. This is a spectacular death card too, because it's like death card represents endings, bringing new beginnings. The phoenix rising from the ashes. This is a new start, understanding that something has to come to its natural ending in order to have this rebirth. But this one is, it's almost like interdimensional, right? Like we're embodying a consciousness that is it's even further than we could have anticipated, with all of this starry cosmic energy. Like, it's really happening, I think, for you, Libra. Like, you're really starting to see how the universe works for you. Because I think, like, I could tell you all of my experiences, right? And some of you might resonate with it, and some of you might say you're crazy, right? You have to figure it out on your own. You know, one Libra that I'm very, very close to, I'm surrounded by Libras. I have Libra in my North Node. So North Node is like what you're supposed to learn in life, the lessons you're supposed to learn. So I'm surrounded by Libras because they're all teaching me lessons, right? For better or for worse. But one of the closest Libras to me, they have to, and they've said this to me, and I was like, what? They have to experience something firsthand to know whether or not it's for them. I'm not like that. Like, I like to have experiences, but if I know something is not for me, like in a claircognizant kind of way, like I know that I know that I know that I don't like that kind of food. I just know it. I don't need to try it. Like, or I don't need to have it again or give it another. No. If I don't like that, I don't like it. But for this Libra friend of mine, they need to experience it firsthand to then say, that food is disgusting and I never want to eat it again. But they have to go through the effort of experiencing it, right? So I think that in this process of contemplation and self-healing and this expansion of consciousness, it's like you have to be the one to come to that on your own. And I think that that is what Spirit is acknowledging, right? You're listening, your heart is open to it. Right? It could be a very personal experience, but it's one that I feel like Libra is taking right now. Can I get a card of advice from Spirit? You see? What a beautiful way to end this reading. Number 21, the World card of the Major Arcana. There is going to be some great accomplishment on your part regarding this up-leveling, this spiritual ascension. Look at the body language. It's so freeing, it's so open, it's so ready for the next chapter, the next step in your life. It's so ready. And even if your kind of 3D world physically remains the same, there's going to be some gigantic shift in your mentality that changes everything for you. That's what the World card represents. And this is your advice from Spirit. Jump in the water and believe that that perfect wave is coming. That's your reading, Libra. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Libra.